There are different types of engorgement, and there's different times that engorgement can happen. At the very beginning, your milk supply, especially if it's your first baby, your milk supply in your body doesn't know what it's doing. So it does know what it's doing, but what happens is that sometimes you'll have so much milk that everything is inflamed and you feel like you have rocks for breasts. And so the treatment is all the same, whether it's in the very beginning or later on. There can be engorgement at times. If baby will skip a feed or start sleeping through the night, you can develop some engorgement as well. So the treatment is, we want you, especially at the very beginning, if your baby is on your breast and feeding, a lot of times you'll be producing a lot more than your baby actually needs. And so your baby feeds, they're conked out, they're happy, they're content. I want you to pump after feedings just to relieve the pressure, okay? I don't want you, this is not a time to go, oh, let's see how many ounces I can produce, because that will cause issues later on down the line. Breastfeeding is a supply and demand. So if you're taking milk out, your body's gonna produce the same amount. So only enough to relieve the pressure. One of the items that you can use is called the Haakaa. There's other brand names as well. It's just a collection device. It's like a suction cup. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna, kind of like the nipple shield, peel it off like this. And you're gonna put it to your breast and squeeze this, and that will suction up onto the breast. This doesn't have a very good suction, but onto the skin, it will actually suction on here, and it will produce negative pressure to actually collect the letdown while your baby is feeding. So what you'll do is you'll have the Haakaa here, your baby here or here, you're feeding on this side, and this will collect the excess, the letdown that comes down. That's gonna relieve pressure without you actually having to pump. So this is a really great tool for engorgement. When you have engorgement, sometimes it can be so tight that nothing is moving in and out, nothing's coming out. You're doing everything you can to get that out. What I want you to do is first use warmth. So take a hot shower. You can take a shower and hit the back right here. Have the shower and the water hit your back. If it hits your breast, it's gonna hurt. And so it's better just to have it here. That's gonna warm everything up to help push things out. If you don't wanna take 3 showers a day like I did when I was engorged, you can use warm compresses. Sometimes people will even put hot water in a diaper and use that because it'll contain that warmth a little bit better. So use warmth and then try to massage, get that milk out and flowing while you're pumping or breastfeeding. If warmth doesn't work, a lot of times what I have seen is that ice will work. So sometimes your breasts are so inflamed that warmth actually irritates it. And what you want to do is bring that inflammation down and get things moving that way. So if warmth doesn't work, try ice and see if that helps. The other thing you can use is cabbage leaves. Those feel really nice. So basically what you're gonna do is take a cabbage, peel off the leaves and put it in a Tupperware and put it into the fridge. And then they feel really nice on an engorged boob because they're cold. And then there is properties in cabbage that actually helps with inflammation. Another thing that you can do, sometimes the breast gets so inflamed and so tight that the nipple will actually flatten to the point that your baby can't even latch. And so it gets really flat. They're trying to find it. They can't find it. And so one of the techniques you can use is called reverse pressure softening. And that's something that I will cover in another video. And what that will do is actually bring the fluid from the nipple and push it back so that your nipple protrudes a little bit more and baby can latch better. It's important because excessive and prolonged engorgement can cause you to decrease in your supply. So when your receptors are completely full, your body says, hey, I don't need to make more. So it's really important to get that milk flowing. The other thing that it puts you at risk for is clogged ducts, which then can put you at risk for mastitis. So really important to take care of the engorgement early on and make sure you're massaging and getting that milk flowing at the beginning.